Hello! It's Feel Good Friday! Mwah! How's everybody doing out there? Well, welcome to episode 201. And I'm just so grateful for all the response from last week. Everybody was so wonderful. It makes me want to keep doing this because so many people said that it's helping them. So thank you so much for those of you who shared. Thank you so much for those of you who commented. I really, really, really appreciate comments as well as shares. And quite a few people went to my YouTube channel. Thank you so much. Really, really makes a difference that people are responding. It doesn't just make a difference to me. I can care less, but it just makes it so more people will get the opportunity to learn this stuff. So, as usual, we're going to start with a quick Evocize evolutionary exercise, and I'll talk about that and a few more things in a minute. So we're just going to start really quick. I'm rubbing where my ears and my head hook together. I'm rubbing along the back of my skull, and most importantly, we're dragging that down the throat past the collarbone, and then just stop and notice how you feel. It's just amazing. I feel different than I did before I did that with all of you. Maybe it's the accumulation of us all doing it together. So I really want to start talking about other things. And so today I'm going to explain a little bit about, we've done Evocize number 1 200 times to be exact, 201 times to be exact, but I really want to start teaching you some of the other things that I do throughout my day, every day, all day, that makes me the feel-good lady. So the whole point of this is that the human brain, even at rest, is slightly anxious. That means when you wake up in the morning, you're already there. And by the time you get up, pick up your phone, take care of your kids, go to work, whatever it is that you do in your life, even more anxious, right? And that has physiological responses. Blood flow goes to the back of the head, where we're thinking about what's wrong all the time. So one of the things that is important is when you do something that feels good, it brings that blood flow to the front of your head where conscious thought is possible. Take a deep breath, think good thoughts. That's what they've been telling us forever, which isn't physiologically possible when we're stressed. But as soon as we do something that feels good, it brings it to the front of the brain where it is possible to think on purpose. So, it's the nervous system. We're talking physiology. This isn't woo-woo. And so I'm going to introduce you to what I call Evocize number 2. So Evocize stands for evolutionary exercise. We've got to figure this out or we're going to evolutionize ourselves off the planet. So one of the places that I tap, you've heard me talk about tapping, and is right there. So find right behind your ear, there's a hard pointed spot. Just below that, there's a soft spot. And the soft spot is where I want you to go. So you just tap 3 or 4, 5 or 6, don't count them. Just give a few pretty good thumps. You can probably hear it when I'm doing that. And then it always helps to drag that down. And the reason why it helps to drag that down is so many-fold. Lymphatic system is where the chemistry of the nervous system is transported. So when you drag it down like this, it dumps straight into your heart beats, goes out to every cell in your body, healing it. So that's part of why I think this works. So there is so much of the nervous system structure right underneath here. Obviously the brain, the cerebellum, the pons, the brain stem. So the brain stem is the narrowest part physiologically of the body and the closest you can get to that nervous system stuff. The vagal nerve runs down through here. And I haven't found anything that really makes me find easy ways to deal with the vagal system other than what I'm already doing. So I think when we tap here, it creates a vibration. Now, we think of vibration, have good vibes, all that, like this esoteric term, but it's vibration. When you touch something like that, it makes it vibrate. And one of the cool things about that is that it vibrates not just on the surface, it vibrates underneath that. So I think we get stuck in patterns. You know, the nervous system is stuck using the same neural pathways over and over. And when we do that, it vibrates it and says, oh, wait, let's do something different. And so that's why I think that works. I call that the reset button. Whenever something has you off kilter, or, you know, you've eaten wrong, or, you know, somebody says something to you weird, that is just a quick little thing you can do, and it brings you back. So what do you do if it doesn't work? Try the other side. And what do you do if that doesn't work? There's another spot. There's kind of a little indentation right there, and that's the third spot. And if you still don't feel back to center, try that again. And if that still doesn't do it, only a minute has gone by, right? Evo size number 1, because that always works. That's why it's the one I've always been showing, is because you can feel it like that instantly, right? So you're probably noticing I have some war wounds. Been to the dermatologist again, but it seems like I'm on the right track. It's been a year since they found anything that was cancerous. So now I'm just, you know, they freeze these things off and it takes a while for them to heal. But thank goodness, that's a lot easier than not having them burned off, right? So get to the dermatologist if you need to. And I'm outside. It's not warm. It's like 45 degrees, but I just couldn't do another one in the house, right? So, what else? I just, you know, here we are doing the best we can. We're always doing the best we can. And these tools are helping us do better. So I have some private coaching clients, and yesterday I got to meet with one of them. I love doing that so much because, you know, of course, the stuff that I'm teaching her is stuff that I need to be reminded of myself, things that I need to be doing to keep myself on track, right? And oh my gosh, we had a 2-hour session yesterday and it was so much fun. We just had a blast. And at the end of it, we were both like, oh my gosh, this is so much fun. Thank you so much, to each other. So if you're interested in that, please let me know. I'm going to do a song and we're going to do a quick massage, but instead of doing the half a body self-massage, I'm going to do a really thorough head massage and you're going to do it along with me. So here we go. Here comes some music. Let's see. This is Dark Star Orchestra. They're a Grateful Dead cover band, I guess is what you call them. But they're like high level. They travel all over the world and they play pretty big places. And I get to see them next week. I'm so excited. Headed over the hump. Let's just dance a little bit. Eyes of the world. So, when I do self-massage, I use 2 hands whenever possible. So I'm putting this here, and I'm just planting my hand and moving the skin away from the scalp and everything underneath it. I'm not just, scratching the surface. In fact, my teacher in massage school, she told us if you can hear it, you're not doing it right. So you're really moving the scalp around more than just scratching the surface. So this is a really good help. And we're only doing one side, remember that. So now I'm in the hairline, and now I'm going along the top ridge there, So the skull has so many joints. We don't think of the joints of the skull as joints. That actually, there's more joints in the skull than in the rest of the body put together. I mean, if you took them and laid them out, it's kind of like, they look kind of like puzzle pieces. It would go like, I don't know, from here to Spokane or something like that. So then the other important part is dragging that down. And we might as well just do a little pull on the ear while we're at it. Now stop and notice the difference between the side of your head that you did and the side you didn't. I know it'll shock you, but I give myself probably anywhere from 10 to 20, maybe even more head massages a day. I start first thing in the morning, and I want to go back and say it's okay to do a quick scratch, but what I showed you is a little deeper and a little more, yeah, just gets a better effect. So how do you feel? Yeah, I get to go dancing. I get to see Government Mule next week too. So excited to be on the other side of the mountains with my sweetie. So, Margot in Mexico, and you can find me on myfeelgoodway.com, at myfeelgoodway on YouTube. Please go there and follow me there, and don't forget to comment and share. I love you. Have a beautiful week. I'll see you next week.